All right, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadas, Barakatah, and double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to the elect. I come out there pushing the word and truth with sincerity. And this video gonna be about the hour of temptation basically, and how a lot of the brothers are gonna have to get put to death, for the Lord, and how it will be vengeance for them, because it will be vengeance for the elect. The Lord is not gonna have his elect get put to death and it won't be the Lord's not gonna avenge it, man. Like we just some small thing to the Lord. No, we the apple of his eye, and he gonna avenge us speedily. And I'm gonna get all that. And I'm gonna get the reward we're gonna have too. And to not fear, man. To keep it balanced and give you comfort. But this is Revelations chapter 12, verse 11 through 12. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of the testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell unto them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, meaning the deceiver, because he's the great deceiver, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time left. So the Lord, so Esau, which is the so-called white man, which he ain't white, he red, he coming after us with his troops, man. He gonna come down on the whole earth having great wrath, because he know he got a short time left, he know his time is up. He know his kingdom is about to get destroyed, man. Part of the way he know that is by seeing us out on the streets, And for that, he gonna be angry about that shit, man. He gonna come at the brothers, man. He gonna be persecuting brothers. He gonna be putting brothers to death, So it said, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Esau's the dragon, we the woman, and Yahweh Shah's the man child. It said, I'm gonna read it again. When the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. So it said the dragon was wroth with the woman, went and cast a flood after the woman. That's where it goes when they say the enemy should come in like a flood, because Esau coming in like a flood, a flood of troops. Through the streets, man, tanks and all type of Black Hawks and military on the ground, infantry to enter into your house, all that. It's going Esau coming in like a flood, man. And it said it made war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Who keeps the commandments of Yahweh by some Yahweh Shah have the testimony? We do, man. And Esau came to make war with us and shit, man. But I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you. Yep, the burning wrath of a great multitude is fucking Esau, man. These people are in this world, man. They get offended, and these regular people, and Esau, the white man, the elites, they scared because it's devastating the infrastructure. They whole setup basically. They whole government. We bringing it down through the word of the Lord. And saying they should take away certain of you, because certain brothers are gonna be taken away. They're gonna be martyrs, and it should feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, which is that chip, the hour of temptation. But the Lord said He gonna keep us from the hour of temptation, because we have kept the word of His patience. Roughly paraphrasing. And it said, and they that consent unto them should be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. We those that fear the Lord, and it says it's going to be a great insurrection. Insurrection meaning undermining the power. They're going to try to say, let us see if their words be true. Let's see if their God going to help them. We going to come after you. Basically how Pharaoh was, man. He going to come after us, man. Take certain brothers away. But it said they should be like madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then should they be known with my children, they should be tried as gold in the fire, man. So yeah, brothers, man, they Esau gonna come after us, man. But nevertheless, that's the Most High gonna lift up a standard, and I'm gonna get that. You know, and that goes back into that Revelations, the 12th chapter, you know, where him casting out of a flood after the woman, you know, that brought forth the man child, you know. But I'm gonna get Isaiah 59 and 19. Um, you know, because the Lord not going, he said, my prophets won't be pushing in the corner no more. The Lord gonna lift up the standard. As eagles flying will the Lord defend Jerusalem. That's what he said. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. It says, so should they fear the Lord, name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, which because it's gonna be like a flood, definitely like that, with a hell of troops around, the Lord, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. The standard is a way of escape. The brothers, you know, is gonna be getting escape routes, and some brothers are gonna be martyrs, man. You know, but nevertheless, you gonna have them brothers that's gonna get escape routes, man. You know, um, damn, what's that scripture? Man? I can't really think of it though, man. But brothers gonna get escape routes though, man. You know, the Lord gonna avenge his elect, man. You're not gonna push the Lord's prophets in the corner, man. When you come in like a fucking flood, man, after the men of the Lord, man. You know, Jacob's trouble. They said, arise for that day is great, and so that none is like it, but he should be saved out of it. Yeah, the day is the day of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, when Esau coming like a flood. You know, to persecute that woman that brought forth the man child. But let me get Revelation chapter 2, verse 9 through 10. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9 through 10. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So the Lord say, he know our works, our tribulation and poverty, which we are in, we are rich through faith. That's how we rich. He said, you know, the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You Amalekites, you so-called Israelis over there with the all black on, with the hats and the locks on the two sides. Y'all, that's what we talking about. He said, he know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, which they do say they are Jews. They say they are Jewish, and say they are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. He calls her the synagogue of Satan, which y'all are gonna be one of those. Y'all gonna be one of the ones that sanctify you top elites, because y'all are Jews, you Jewish, you know, Israelis and shit, which the scriptures call y'all gutter rats, synagogue of Satan. Y'all gonna sanction the y'all military to come after the Lord, men of the Lord. Y'all the ones behind the whole thing. So the Lord really got indignation against y'all, you know. It said, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He said, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. You know, that's why, because the Lord said, don't fear it, man. The fear not the sentence of death. You know, remember those that have been before thee. You know. Um, Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. The devil gonna cast some brothers into prison. That's why he said he's gonna take away certain others. You know, we're gonna have tribulation 10 days. Not actually 10 days, it could be 5, 12, 20. It's just a completion. You know, but nevertheless, the Lord said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Because they, more than likely, if you're in a concentration camp, count the cost in your head, like, all right, I'm about to get put to death, you know, because more than likely that's your lot, you know, if you in there. But nevertheless, the Lord can still lift up a standard. I'm just saying, but you win one, you know, just get your mind ready for death, man, because they're gonna be behead niggas, you know, they're gonna be head niggas in there, man, you know. But let me get Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yet saith the Spirit, that you may rest, that they may rest from their labors, and their works to follow them. Blessed are the dead in the Lord, man. You know, that blessed are they that died in the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, our works do follow us, man. You know, our labors not in vain. You still stack treasures here up on earth. You stack the treasures here up on in heaven while you was in earth, man, where you can work and grind, you know. Man, and you gonna go out there, and you get your crown, and the Lord gonna tell you, well done, man. You know what I mean, my faithful servant. You know, that's why I said, blessed is the dead in the Lord, man. You gonna rise first when the Lord come back with his chariots to deliver the elect. You know, the dead shall rise first, man. You know, Said that your works do follow you. It ain't like when you die, you ain't going, the Lord just gonna forget. No, the Lord said He is not righteous to get your works, your labors of love, your righteous works and labors of love. Roughly paraphrasing, huh? You know. Mm, I'm gonna get Revelation chapter 20, verse 4 through 6. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4 through 6. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, for the word of Yahweh. So this is John seeing this, a vision of it. And what should have not worshipped the beast, neither his image, meaning neither have received his mark on their foreheads and their hands, meaning neither that RFID chip, which is the radio frequency identification chip, which is the true mark, which is the real mark of the beast. And it said, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, man. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection, because you get the first fruits of the kingdom. That's part of the reward. You're going to be one of the first fruits. You're going to get the first increase of the kingdom, man. Which the kingdom is going to be fucking marvelous. It said, blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. So, on such, the second death have no power, but they should be priests, and Yahweh Hamashiach shall reign with them 1,000 years, meaning completion forever and ever, because he said he's going to set up a kingdom which should never be destroyed forever and ever. So roughly paraphrasing. So so you just know, man, like brothers don't even fear that, man. Yeah, Esau gonna come after us, and and he gonna put us to death in it, but it's gonna be vengeance, and it will, we will get our works do follow us, man. And I'm talking to myself first and foremost, man, because it could be me, that the Lord want to go through that. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 38. No, I'm gonna start at 37. Or receive the gift that is given you, and be glad and give thanks unto him that have called you to the heavenly kingdom. Arise and stand up, behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thy hand, or that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. So this is the Ezra seeing the elect being crowned, basically. And I'm gonna continue reading. And being crowned by Yahweh Shai, Or said, take the number of thy children whom thou longest for, it is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people whom I cannot number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man, which is Yahweh Shai, of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel that said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh, nor are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, Which young person is that crowning them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. They began not greatly to commend him that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, because you want to have to stand stiffly, man. And Ezra seen those that did that, and probably got put to death, and was stood stiffly and took it. And guess what? He seen them getting crowns by Yahweh, by Yahweh's son, Yahweh Shah. The young man taller than all the rest. He seen them getting crowns, man. So brothers, man, we shouldn't even motherfucking be worried, man. We got a greater reward, and I'm talking to myself, Nevertheless, it will be vengeance. So it's a for real, it's a 2-win streak for us. The men of the Lord, it's a 2-win streak for us, man. It's the pain for a little minute. I mean, for a little amount of time compared to the glory you're gonna receive. But, bro, we gonna have our works follow us that we stacked up on the earth, and we gonna reign with Yahweh Shai, when he come back, man. And we gonna pay him back. We gonna get to pay him back, man. And the Lord gonna avenge us, man. By the hand of us. But Luke chapter 18, verse 7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with him. I tell you that we avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man coming, shall you find faith on the earth? Yeah, Yahweh, he said he gonna Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah said he gonna avenge them speedily, man. It's not gonna be no, oh, when you kill the prophets, man, it's gonna be no such thing. No, when you kill the prophets and you start coming after the prophets, he's gonna start having to like boom, 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 like a domino. And you know, your kingdom is gonna be falling faster than ever. Your perdition is drawing closer than ever. You know, the Lord is gonna heighten it, man. Because the Lord loves his elect, man. But Rob, you got to prove it by the scriptures, which all clearly is about to violate by doing this. Psalms chapter 105, verse 15, saying, "Touch not of my anointed and do my prophets no harm." That's what the Lord said. That go for each and every person under the fucking earth, mighty, anything. No matter if you know you could beat their ass or no, or anything, nigga. Don't touch the prophets, nigga. But y'all about to violate that though. Y'all about to violate that shit. And the Lord is gonna beat the fuck out y'all, man, by way of nuclear missiles and by way of his people. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 9. This is the last scripture I'm gonna start off with to confirm that the Lord will surely avenge us when they come and put us to death, which they are. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord. No, you know what? So like it. I'm gonna start at 8. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they prefer, and they will suffer them in those things, and they will see exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, man. So the Lord, don't even fear. I can when when he come back, he gonna avenge his elect that died in his name. Brothers that got to get put in the concentration camp and get tried, by way of whatever you got to go through, beheading or anything, if you be faithful to death, you rise first. You get crowned on your head. You get to reign with Yahweh Shah forever as a top, like a celebrity in the kingdom. Everybody coming to you, and also you get to pay them back, and the Lord gonna take vengeance on you, man. So I don't need to worry about it, man. In the spiritual world, it's beautiful, way beautiful than here, man. I'm trying to tell you, when you go up there, you don't want to come back. Joe was talking about it, and I can get that, but I'm not going to lengthen the video. But I hope that was comforting, and I hope that was edifying. With that, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Bakarkadas, Barakadah, double honors to the apostles and others of that millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to the elect. I come out there pushing the word to sincerity. Shalom.